Okay, let me be clear. Let me do the politician thing. Let me be clear. Are you paying attention? Are you listening? Hello? This is the most important thing you're going to hear. The Republican Party is not against immigration, and they never have been. You need to get that through your head. The Republican Party and their donors, and therefore their think tanks and politicians and magazines, they are not against immigration, and they never have been. Would you like to know why? Because the business interests that fund the Republican movement profit from foreign labor. It's that simple. Who is hiring all these illegal aliens? Big farms, meat processing plants, meat packing plants, hotels, restaurants, the rest of it. Now, who owns those companies? It's the big asset managers. It's the banks. It's BlackRock. It's Vanguard. It's JP Morgan. Okay? It's asset managers. It's banks. Do you know that Trump received $200 million from Timothy Mellon in 2024, a banker? Why do you think he got all that money? You know that he received $275 million from Elon Musk? Why do you think he got that money? Who is employing all the cheap labor? It's the business interests. Businesses employ employees. Businesses profit from cheaper labor, from lower wages. That is why the business interests want the cheapest labor possible. That's why they want the most laborers inside our borders. So that's why Reagan gave 3 million illegal aliens amnesty and didn't secure the border. That's why Reagan's successor, George Bush, doubled the amount of immigration, expanded virtually every category of immigration with the 1990 Immigration Act. Reagan gave them amnesty in '86 and turned California blue forever. George Bush gave us the 1990 Immigration Act. Just Google it. They virtually doubled every kind of immigration, chain migration. They created H-1Bs. The visa lottery, expanded the number of refugees. It all went up because the Chamber of Commerce wanted it. George W. Bush was soft on this stuff. Jeb Bush said illegals come here out of love. Gang of Eight, Lindsey Graham, Rubio, these guys, they wanted to give amnesty for illegals, and they always have. Now, here's the rub. Under Trump, the Republican Party is smart enough to pander to its nativist base. Most people that vote Republican are white, by far. There is a higher proportion of white people voting Republican than there is of white people voting Democrat. About 57% of Democrat voters are white. About 80% of Republican voters are white. And Trump knows the Republican base, so he panders to them. This has been a winning issue for 25 years. English only, and building a border wall, and mass deportations, and cracking down on foreign labor.
Nick is absolutely spot on. Yeah, it just seems like that's what Trump is now. 2015, obviously very excited when Trump was, 2016 when Trump was running for office, and now it's just clear to see what he's become. Accepting, hundreds of millions from different donors, from guys that benefit directly from immigration, illegal or legal. He's hitting the nail on the head. The people that are funding the guy that's giving you sort of lip service and saying that they're going to get rid of illegal immigrants, he's being funded by people that benefit directly from it. It's good that Nick kind of calls out this hypocrisy.
All of this has been popular for a quarter of a century. And so Trump, as a good politician, leaned into this issue. It's a gold mine. But then once Trump won, he became another Republican. and he was governed by the same political constraints, the same capture by the business interests as every other Republican. And the mistake that the voters are making is they're listening too much to what the president says, and they're not paying close enough attention to who the president owes. That's the difference. So in 2024, people said, hey, but Trump's rhetoric is great. Hey, but hasn't the conversation changed so much? Haven't we come so far in terms of how we're able to talk about the issue? Yeah, okay, well, that and $1 will buy you a cup of coffee, okay? I was on Tim Pool debating it with one of these Trump guys, and he goes, but the conversation has changed. Don't you realize we're able to talk candidly about the issue? I go, yeah, well, you know, your ability to speak about this and this meta-political victory of moving the Overton window, you know, that's all bullshit. That's not real.
Spot on again. Nowadays, it does seem Trump supporters are so delusional. They just kind of clutch at straws. And the sort of smallest thing that doesn't really make much of a difference, just being able to talk about it, doesn't make much of an actual physical, real difference in terms of the numbers of immigrants and, you know, allowing illegal immigrants to stay there. Again, good that he calls it out. It just shows it's quite common among Trump supporters that the kind of hypocrisy and just delusion. They think just everything he does is great. So yeah.
You could take all your meta-political victories and you could put them in a bag, and that and $1 will buy you a cup of coffee at McDonald's. It's worth nothing. You know what I want? I want my border wall. You know, I want my 30-foot, 2,000-mile long, concrete fucking border wall. You know? What did he say in 2016? Does anybody even remember? Seriously. Think about how much you've been gaslit. Do you even remember that when Trump ran in 2015, 11 years ago, he said, we're going to build a big, tall, powerful, impenetrable border wall and Mexico will pay for it. Does anyone even remember that? Mm-hmm. Do you even remember?
What happened?
Remember? We're going to build a wall. Mexico will pay for that wall. The wall just got 10 feet higher. How are you going to get her to pay for it? I'm great at deals. People don't even... So many promises broken and forgotten, we don't even remember all of them. Trump was synonymous with border wall. Now people don't even know. They don't even remember. It's not there. It doesn't exist. We got 83 miles of 18-foot steel bollard fencing. He promised us 2,000 miles of 30-foot tall concrete wall. Okay, we played this game. Trump said in 2016, I'm going to build the wall and Mexico will pay for the wall. And it never happened because Republicans disobeyed him. They didn't give him the funding. They didn't follow through on it. And in the end, it's because they really didn't want to control illegal immigration. So they put together this nicky-knack Remain in Mexico executive order architecture, and Biden undid it on day one with an executive order. And then we got 10 million illegals. Trump, once again, is swept into office by this groundswell of opposition to illegal immigration. He promises mass deportations. We're going to kick them all out. Pack your bags. You got 30 days. And they didn't even deport as many people as Obama. And
I think the only good thing about that is it's kind of confirmed that Trump is just a bullshit panderer who literally will say anything to get into office. So the same as any politician. So he's not this kind of different businessman type person who gets things done. He's just a typical politician who just pays your lip service to get the vote. And then once he's actually in power, he just looks after his donors and special interests, and that's it. Anything else, he doesn't give a fuck. He's more concerned about stuff overseas as opposed to actually dealing with stuff in his own country. Very similar to what's happening in the UK right now too. Yeah, I just thought it'd be a pretty good one to cover. It's good that Nick calls out the hypocrisy of Donald Trump and also the hypocrisy of fucking delusional Trump supporters, man. They're some of the most annoying people on the earth at the moment, Trump supporters. Yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. As always, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, stay based. I'll see you in the next one.